In the beginning, legends were born. Across the world, gods shaped the fate of mortals and the cosmos itself. They are the architects of existence, the weavers of destiny, the grand puppeteers pulling the strings of both creation and destruction. Mortals, in their fleeting moments of life, have looked to the heavens, to the dark forests, and to the churning seas, and seen their faces. We've given them names, whispered in reverence and fear. We've built monuments to their glory and sacrificed in their honor, hoping to earn their favor or at the very least avoid their wrath. These beings, these titans of myth, represent the very zenith of power, embodying the fundamental forces that govern our universe and our own fragile nature. But power is a curious thing, isn't it? It is more than mere strength, more than the ability to command storms or shake the earth. True power is influence, legacy, the very capacity to inspire belief across millennia. Today, we journey through the annals of human imagination to meet these celestial sovereigns. We shall weigh their might, delve into their stories, and attempt to comprehend the sheer scale of their dominion. From the highest peaks of Olympus to the cosmic oceans of the Hindu faith, we will explore the 10 most formidable deities ever conceived by the mind of man. Prepare yourselves, for we are about to walk among gods. Our ascent begins on the cloud-veiled peaks of Mount Olympus, the seat of the pantheon that has so captivated the Western imagination. Here, upon a throne of polished obsidian and gold, sits our first contender, Zeus, the king of the gods, lord of the sky. He is not a subtle ruler nor a patient one. His is the power of the storm, the untamed, electrifying fury of nature itself. When his brow furrows, the heavens darken. When his voice booms, it is the roll of thunder that shakes the very foundations of the mortal world. His rule was forged in rebellion, leading his siblings in a cataclysmic war against their father Cronus and the Titans to claim dominion over the cosmos. His symbol, the thunderbolt, is more than a mere weapon. It is an extension of his absolute authority, a scepter of incandescent energy that none can defy. Forged by the Cyclopes in the fiery heart of the earth, it represents his mastery over the celestial realm. Yet for all his might, Zeus is a creature of immense passion and fallibility. His countless affairs and the resulting divine and semi-divine offspring have sown as much chaos as his thunderbolts. He is a complex figure, a protector and a philanderer, a dispenser of justice and a capricious tyrant. To understand Zeus is to understand that supreme power is a tempestuous, unpredictable force, as magnificent as it is terrifying. From the tempestuous peaks of Greece, our journey takes us eastward to the sacred rivers and mystical landscapes of the Indian subcontinent. Here, we encounter a deity whose power transcends the simple binary of good and evil. He is Shiva, the Destroyer, one of the three supreme beings in the Hindu Trimurti. But to call him merely a destroyer is a profound misunderstanding. His is the power of transformation, the necessary and often violent end that must precede any new beginning. He is the entropy that breaks down the old and corrupt, clearing the cosmic stage for recreation. He is the master of duality, the ultimate ascetic, lost in meditation in the Himalayas, and the lord of the dance, whose Tandava can bring about the end of an age. His presence is one of formidable power. The crescent moon adorns his matted hair, from which flows the sacred river Ganges. The serpent Vasuki coils around his neck, a symbol of the dormant energy he commands. And most fearsome of all is his third eye. While his other two eyes see the past and the present, this third eye, when opened, gazes upon the future, unleashing a fire so potent it can incinerate gods and demons alike, turning all of creation to ash. Shiva's power is not one of governance or rule, but a fundamental cyclical force of the universe itself, the eternal rhythm of death and rebirth. We now travel north to the frost-rimmed, windswept lands of the Norsemen, a realm of hardy warriors and profound sagas. In the great hall of Valhalla, upon the high seat of Hlidskjalf, sits Odin, the All-Father, ruler of the Aesir. His is not the overt, crackling power of Zeus, but a deeper, more insidious strength, rooted in knowledge, sacrifice, and an unyielding will. He is a god of multitudes, the god of war and poetry, of wisdom and death, of magic and ecstatic fury. He is the perpetual seeker, forever questing for more knowledge, for any advantage in the prophesied final battle of Ragnarok. This relentless pursuit of wisdom defines his power. He famously sacrificed one of his own eyes, casting it into the well of Mimir in exchange for a drink that granted him cosmic understanding. He hung himself from the boughs of Yggdrasil, the world tree, for 9 days and 9 nights, pierced by his own spear, a sacrifice unto himself to unlock the secrets of the runes. He commands the Valkyries who choose the slain for Valhalla, and is flanked by his 2 ravens, Hugin and Munin, Thought and Memory, who fly across the 9 realms to bring him news. Odin's power is the power of foresight, strategy, and the grim acceptance of fate. A king who knows his end is coming and prepares for it with every fiber of his being. Our path now leads us to the sun-scorched sands and fertile banks of the Nile, the cradle of one of humanity's most enduring civilizations. Here, the ultimate power was not found in the storm or in arcane knowledge, but in the life-giving, all-encompassing brilliance of the sun itself. We speak of Ra, the falcon-headed god, the divine creator and ruler of all. He is not merely a god who commands the sun. In the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, he the sun. His very existence is the engine of life, the source of warmth, light, and growth. Each dawn he is reborn in the east, sailing across the vast ocean of the sky in his solar bark, the Manjit. This daily journey is a display of unchallenged dominion over the mortal world, but his power is truly tested each night. As the sun sets, Ra descends into the Duat, the perilous underworld, aboard his night bark, the Mesektet. Here he must battle the forces of chaos, embodied by the monstrous serpent Apep, who seeks to devour the sun and plunge the cosmos into eternal darkness. Ra's victory, repeated night after night, is a testament to his immense power, a daily cosmic struggle to maintain order and ensure that a new day will dawn for all of creation. We return to the vibrant tapestry of Hindu mythology to meet another member of the Supreme Trimurti. If Shiva represents the necessary cycle of destruction, then our next deity embodies its perfect counterbalance. He is Vishnu, the preserver, the protector, the benevolent guardian of Dharma, the cosmic order. While Brahma creates and Shiva destroys, it is Vishnu's solemn duty to maintain the equilibrium of the universe, to sustain creation and protect it from the forces of chaos and evil. His is a power of balance, compassion, and timely intervention. He is often depicted reclining on the coils of the giant serpent Shesha, dreaming the universe into being. Vishnu's most fascinating expression of power lies in his avatars. Whenever Dharma is threatened and the world teeters on the brink of moral collapse, Vishnu descends to the mortal realm in a physical form to restore balance. These avatars are legendary figures in their own right. The noble prince Rama, whose epic story is told in the Ramayana, and the divine statesman and charioteer Krishna, whose wisdom in the Bhagavad Gita has guided millions. From a giant fish that saved humanity from a great flood to a mighty man-lion who vanquished an invincible demon, Vishnu's avatars demonstrate a power that is not static, but adaptive, compassionate, and ever-present, ensuring the ultimate triumph of righteousness. We journey now across the sea to the islands of Japan, a land where divinity, or kami, is found in all things. At the very pinnacle of the Shinto pantheon, the plane of high heaven, resides a goddess whose power is the very essence of life and order. She is Amaterasu Omikami, the sun goddess, the bringer of light, and the mythical ancestor of the Japanese imperial family. Her power is not one of aggressive warfare or overt displays of force, but of serene, life-sustaining radiance. She is the warmth that nurtures the crops, the light that banishes shadows, and the celestial embodiment of purity and clarity. The most famous myth surrounding Amaterasu showcases the sheer indispensability of her power. After a conflict with her tempestuous brother Susanoo, she retreated into a heavenly rock cave, plunging both heaven and earth into complete darkness and chaos. The other 800 myriad gods had to conspire, using trickery, jewels, and a sacred mirror to lure her out. Her emergence restored light and order to the universe, a potent narrative demonstrating that her power is not simply an asset to the world. It is the fundamental condition upon which it exists. Without Amaterasu, there is only cold, darkness, and disorder. Our travels now take us across the Pacific to the heart of Mesoamerica, to the magnificent and fearsome Aztec civilization. Here we find a deity of profound complexity and influence, a god revered not just for his strength but for his wisdom. He is Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, a divine being who bridges the gap between the earth and the sky. He is a creator god, a patron of the priesthood, the inventor of books and the calendar, and the god of arts, crafts, and knowledge. His power lies in his role as a great civilizer, the being who brought learning and culture to mankind. As the god of the winds, he sweeps the path for the rain gods, bringing the life-giving waters. But his true power is symbolized by his dual nature. The feathers represent his celestial, divine aspect, and his ability to soar to the heavens, while the serpent represents his earthly, human form and his connection to the mortal world. Unlike many of his more bloodthirsty contemporaries in the Aztec pantheon, Quetzalcoatl was often associated with creation and benevolence, famously opposing the practice of human sacrifice. He is a force of intellect and creativity, a god whose power is measured not in destruction, but in the very foundations of civilization he helped to build. We now journey back in time to the cradle of civilization itself, Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. In the myths of the Sumerians, Akkadians, and Babylonians, before many other pantheons had even formed, there was Anu. He is the original Sky Father, the supreme deity, who resided in the highest celestial realm. His name is the Sumerian word for heaven, and his authority was absolute, though often distant. He was not a god who meddled in the daily affairs of mortals, but rather the ultimate source from which all authority flowed. Anu was the king of the gods, the father of the Anunnaki, and the one who bestowed kingship upon both gods and mortals. His decrees were final, and his judgment unquestionable. While other gods like Enlil and Enki managed the earth and the waters, they did so with power granted by Anu. His symbol was the horned crown, representing his supreme divinity. Though he rarely descends from his celestial abode in the myths, his power is foundational. He is the great patriarch, the divine source of order and hierarchy in the cosmos, a silent, watchful king whose very existence legitimizes the structure of the universe itself. Let us venture now into the vast primeval forests and sprawling plains of Eastern Europe, the domain of the Slavic peoples. Here, a powerful and fearsome god of thunder reigns supreme, a figure whose might echoes that of Zeus and Thor. He is Perun, the highest god of the Slavic pantheon, the lord of thunder, lightning, and war. Depicted as a rugged, bearded man riding a chariot pulled by goats or billy goats, he is the divine enforcer of right and order, a warrior god who protects the cosmos from the forces of chaos, embodied by his serpentine enemy, Veles, lord of the underworld. His weapons are as formidable as his domain. He wields a mighty axe, or sometimes a hammer, which he hurls at his enemies and which always returns to his hand. The ancient oaks were sacred to him, considered portals to his domain. Oaths were sworn in his name, and his judgment was seen in the flash of lightning that split the sky. Perun's power is direct, martial, and uncompromising. He is the celestial guardian, the protector of warriors, and the mighty force of nature, whose thunderous voice was both a promise of cleansing rain and a threat of divine retribution against those who would disrupt the cosmic balance. For our final deity, we travel to the misty green shores of the Celtic lands, from Ireland to Gaul. Here we find a god whose power is not defined by a single domain, but by his sheer, unparalleled excellence in every conceivable art and skill. He is Lug Lamfada, or Lug of the Long Arm, a youthful and radiant hero god of the Tuatha De Danann. When he arrived at the gates of Tara, the seat of the High Kings, he was initially denied entry, as they already had a champion for every skill he listed. Lug's challenge was simple. Did they have any one person who was a master of all of those skills combined? They did not, and thus he earned his place. Lug is a master warrior, a poet, a sorcerer, a craftsman, a physician, and a harpist. His brilliance is often associated with the sun, earning him the epithet Samildanak, the equally skilled in all the arts. He wields the invincible spear of Asal, a living weapon that thirsted for blood and never missed its mark. He led the Tuatha De Danann to victory against the formidable Fomorians in the Second Battle of Magtured, a testament to his prowess as both a strategist and a champion. Lug's power is the power of ultimate competence, a dazzling mastery that proves true strength lies not in brute force alone, but in the perfection of skill and intellect. From the dawn of time, these gods have shaped myth and legend. Their power echoes through eternity. Through storm and sun, through wisdom and war, through creation and destruction, we have glimpsed the faces of omnipotence. These 10 figures, born from the collective soul of humanity, are more than just characters in ancient stories. They are archetypes, metaphors for the forces we struggle to comprehend: the fury of nature, the quest for knowledge, the burden of leadership, the necessity of sacrifice, and the eternal dance between order and chaos. They represent our greatest hopes and our deepest fears, cast in divine form and set upon a cosmic stage. Their legends have outlasted the empires that worshipped them. Their temples may have crumbled to dust, but their power remains. It is a power that lives on in our art, our literature, and the very language we use to describe the world. They remind us that for all our modern advancements, for all our science and technology, there is a fundamental human need to look up at the vast, silent cosmos and wonder who or what might be looking back. These are the legends that refuse to die, the titans of mythology whose might continues to inspire awe and reverence. So the next time you hear the roll of thunder, or feel the warmth of the sun on your face, or marvel at a work of profound skill, remember them. For the gods in many ways are still with us. Still.